much evil might artificial intelligence unleash on the world? This week, a new government report warns the following: AI could pose an extinction-level threat, and the U.S. must intervene. A day later, a new novel about this very topic was published. 2054 is the title, predicting that in the future, one nefarious use of artificial intelligence could be political assassination. 2054 was written by my next guest, former NATO Supreme Allied Commander James Stavridis and Elliot Ackerman. They were co-authors of the New York Times bestseller 2034. At its core, the book is about the fusion of technological and biological evolution and focuses on remote gene editing. It's one of those reads where you scratch your head and you wonder, could that really happen? Joining me now is retired four-star Navy Admiral James Stavridis. Admiral, great to have you back. You've written 10 books of nonfiction on everything from oceans to leadership. Why have you now turned your attention to fiction?
I'll give you three reasons, Michael. One is simple. It's just a bigger audience. The number of people who want to read a scholarly book about the rise of artificial intelligence is kind of a bounded community, shall we say. Whereas I'm hoping that people will pick up 2054. It's a beach read. You can get in and out of it quickly. It's character driven. So bigger audience. Number two is simply to undo those chains of nonfiction where everything has to be footnoted and perfectly accurate. Here you really get to splash some paint on the canvas about what the future might look like in the year 2054. And then third and finally, I mentioned it earlier, but people resonate and take messages from other people, characters. The characters in fiction, I think, can carry the story. That's the idea of 2054.
So politically speaking, you envision a world where the extremes of the Republican and Democratic Party have united. Meanwhile, the incumbent president is from the American Dreamer, the Dreamers Party. What are you telling us with that analysis?
First and foremost, that nowhere in the Constitution does it say, Article XX, that there shall be two political parties, Republican and Democrat. We didn't start with either of those. We started with Whigs and Federalists and Democrat Republicans combined. We've had a lot of political parties in this country, and I think by mid-century, it's highly, highly possible that we'll have a new kind of party. Then to the point of this new party, what we begin with in the novel, I don't think I'm giving anything away. It's in the first 25 pages. The president of this new party is unexpectedly assassinated. Who did it? How did they do it? Was remote gene editing, artificial intelligence involved? Read the book to find out, but 2054 unpackages those themes.
And militarily, we worry, could these machines overtake us?
I think that we would be foolish to simply X out the possibility, going back to Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, as Hal overtakes the astronaut. Is it possible? Perhaps. But Michael, like you, I like to look at history to understand. There have been big inventions in the past: the printing press, electricity, the internet. All of these have been decried for the possibility of nefarious activity associated with them. Same with artificial intelligence. So bottom line, I think we should be mindful of AI. That's the point of the book. It's kind of cautionary fiction. Look ahead to 2054. We ought to be concerned about it. On the other hand, artificial intelligence could turn out to be extremely beneficial to society broadly.
Can I say the book is terrific, and I've read them both, but one not need read 2034 to read 2054, and I found it to be a wake-up call. Congratulations, Admiral.
Thanks, Michael. Look forward to talking to you about it in person soon.
You got it. Gang, what do we have from social media? The world of X on artificial intelligence. We've rushed into AI without establishing guardrails, knowing we can now question everything we see. We might miss the era when facts and truth were universal and mattered. I have so many reactions to that, not the least of which is Biff. I love that. And always think of the movie. So, Back to the Future. The book is a wake-up call for that reason. I mean, that's exactly what the Admiral is saying with Elliot Ackerman in writing this book, that as the horse is very quickly leaving the barn, we better figure out how we're going to regulate it and keep guardrails on this process, or bad things could result from it. And as to your point as to separating fact from fiction, there was great data released this week saying that fewer and fewer of us can separate between the two. Remember, artificial intelligence not only allows you to put somebody in a place they never were, but it also allows for what they call the buyer's dividend, when somebody can say that that which really is true, well, that wasn't me because I wasn't there that day. A new poll by Gallup this week shows the generational population of adults who identify as LGBTQ plus has hit an all-time high, which makes me want to have you go to smerconish.com and answer this question. Is the increase of those who identify as LGBTQ plus more a result of comfort in reporting or actual growing numbers? Still to come, he's a man on a mission. Meet Flash Shelton. If you have squatters that just won't leave your property, he's your guy.
You know what, I'm calling the cops right now, because I don't even know you're trespassing. And you're harassing me.
I have a
You're
lease.
harassing me.
I have a lease for this property.
I don't give what the you guy. You haven't introduced yourself to me. I don't even know what the you look like.
I've left
You need to be
notices.
sneaking up on you in the middle of the night.
So how does he get rid of these unwelcome visitors when everybody else has failed? You're about to find out.